All right, let's talk about something that for so many of us feels, well, almost impossible. We're talking about how to completely transform your mornings, not just survive them, but actually master them. Okay, be honest. Does this sound familiar? That alarm goes off and that snooze button, it's not just a button, right? It's a lifeline. If you're just sick and tired of starting your day already feeling behind, like you're fighting this uphill battle you know you're going to lose, then you are in exactly the right place.
But what if I told you that waking up early, I don't care if it's 4 a.m. or 6 a.m., and actually feeling fantastic, like genuinely energized and clear-headed, what if that wasn't some fantasy? What if it's not only possible, but totally achievable if you just have the right system?
Look, this is not about willpower. It's not about gritting your teeth and just forcing yourself out of that warm, comfy bed. Forget that whole struggle. What we're talking about here is a total upgrade to your morning's operating system. It's about using a smarter, better formula.
And that system, it's called the Power Formula. Think of it as a scientific system built for early risers. So let's unlock it.
So what is it exactly? Well, the Power Formula is basically a sequence of 5 science-backed habits. And their goal? It's simple, but man, is it profound. It's all about wiping out that morning fatigue by doing 2 things right away: cranking up the oxygen to your brain and flushing out all the gunk that's making you feel so groggy.
So POWER is an acronym, right? And while the whole thing is awesome, today we're going to focus on just the first 2 steps. Honestly, these 2 alone can create a massive shift. We're talking P for power your breath and O for oil pulling for clarity. Let's dive in and see how they work.
All right, first up, P for power your breath. The goal here is super direct. We want to flood your brain with the one thing it is absolutely starving for after a long night's sleep: oxygen.
The specific technique we're talking about is called power pranayama. You might also hear it called kapalbhati. And the best way to think about it, it's like a spark plug for your brain's engine. It's this rapid, powerful jolt that just ignites your mental energy for the rest of the day.
And you know what? It's ridiculously simple to do. You just sit comfortably, keep your spine straight. The inhale? Just let it happen, totally passive and natural. The real magic is in the exhale. It's a short, forceful burst of air out through your nose, and as you do it, you pull your stomach in. You just repeat that for about a minute, and I'm telling you, you will feel this instant rush of energy and clarity. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so that's the P. Next up is O for oil pulling for clarity. Now, if the breathing was all about bringing powerful energy in, this step, well, this one is all about getting the bad stuff out.
You know, this is actually a really ancient practice, but the logic behind it is totally modern. See, when you sleep, your body's in this deep detox mode. A lot of the waste products from that process, toxins, they actually accumulate in your mouth. So oil pulling, it works kind of like a magnet. It helps draw out and get rid of all that buildup. That's a huge reason for brain fog and that sluggish, heavy feeling in the morning.
And just like the breathing, this is so easy to fit into your routine. Seriously. First thing when you wake up, before you eat or drink anything, just pop a tablespoon of coconut or sesame oil in your mouth. Then you just gently swish it around for, say, 5 to 10 minutes while you're doing other stuff, getting dressed, making your bed, whatever. Now here's the crucial part. When you're done, spit it into the trash, okay? Not the sink. That way you're getting rid of the oil and all the junk it just pulled out.
So, why does this simple 1-2 punch of breathing and oil pulling work so darn well? It really all comes down to the science of what makes a better morning.
Just think about the difference for a second. Your standard morning, it relies on stimulants, right? You're chugging coffee to fight against the fatigue. You're basically starting the day in a reactive mode. But a power morning? Oh, it's a total paradigm shift. You're using your breath to create natural energy from the inside out, and you're using oil pulling to literally flush out the very source of that fatigue. You start proactive. You start clear. You start in control.
So you see, this is about way more than just waking up a little bit earlier. This is about completely transforming the first and maybe the most important hours of your day. A totally new kind of morning is waiting for you.
You've probably heard that saying, own the morning, own the day. Well, the Power Formula isn't just some random collection of habits. It's a tool. It's a direct way to give you that incredible feeling of ownership from the very second you wake up. And here's the key takeaway, the most crucial point of all this. Your best days, the super productive, creative, focused ones, they don't happen by accident. They are activated. And they're activated in those first few intentional minutes right after you open your eyes. Which really just leaves us with one final thought. These first 2 steps of the formula, they're so simple you could literally start tomorrow morning. So the real question isn't if it works. The real question is, now that you have the formula, what are you going to go out and achieve with all that extra energized time?